Alright, so we did it. Barcelona have defeated Atletico Madrid 1-0 with an amazing goal coming from Joao Felix. Barcelona have received the 3 points and it was a very important win, my friends. And let me tell you guys, if you guys did not watch this match, this was a game that would give you a heart attack. Like, you would think that Atletico Madrid didn't get any chances, but what actually happened in the match was Atletico Madrid getting so many chances. I don't know what happened in the last 15 to 20 minutes, but it was not the best performance from Barcelona. I think that in the first 75 minutes of the match, Barcelona played phenomenal. They were amazing. But in the last 15-20 minutes, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was like the concentration or something, but clearly you can see that Atletico Madrid found their chances. They almost scored against us. But if it wasn't for Peña and the rest of this backline that Barcelona assembled, Barcelona would have been in a much different position. And that is one of the ways I'm going to be starting this video, right? I want to talk about the goalkeeper first, and then we're going to go all the way down into the front line. So starting with the goalkeeper, right? Iñaki Peña, he has been amazing in the past 2 games. Ever since Ter Stegen got injured, Iñaki Peña had to fill in for the role of Ter Stegen, and in these past 2 or 3 matches, he has been phenomenal. He has been able to save a lot of shots from the opposition that ended up being on target. And again, if it wasn't for Iñaki Peña, Atletico Madrid would have easily found 1 to 2 goals against us. He even blocked a last-minute shot in the dying 2 or 3 minutes of this match. And I remember when Peña blocked that shot, we saw Ter Stegen, like, from the stands. He looked like he was in a way kind of intimidated in a good way, because he now knows that there is great competition ahead of him. Iñaki Peña has really been delivering. I feel very confident with Peña continuing for the next 5 to 6 games, even if Ter Stegen is 100% healthy. And then moving on towards the back line. I think this is probably going to be one of the most important things about this video. It is about the back line and this conversation that we are about to have. When the starting 11 was announced by Xavi Hernandez, I'm like, okay, we have Koundé, Christensen, Araujo, and Cancelo. We're going to be having Cancelo on the left back position, and then we did not know who was going to be starting in the right back position. We all assumed that Araujo was going to be on the right back position, but Xavi has changed his ways. He went back to the previous back line that we saw last season. The only real change was Cancelo in for Alejandro Balde. And the moment Koundé was playing in the right back position, we saw a very different Barcelona. A Barcelona that knew how to shut things down in the first 75 minutes of this game. Like, Barcelona looked like the Barcelona that we saw last season because of how well we were defending against Atletico Madrid. Koundé was playing amazing. His runs and the overlapping runs that he makes over Rafinha is also 100%. And I'm like, how does Koundé say to the media that he enjoys playing as a center back more than as a right back, when you can clearly see Koundé being much more active, much more on the ball? He defends every play that he needs to defend very well. And I'm like, this is it. This is what we need. I don't know why Xavi took 4 or 5 months to realize this, that the best defensive lineup that we could have is to have Koundé on the right back position with either Araujo or Inigo Martinez, or Araujo or Christensen in the center back spots. And then you can have either Balde or Cancelo on the left back positions. But right now, because Cancelo has been 100%, Cancelo is over Alejandro Balde, and I just think that this is the back line that can get us to really high positions this season. Remember, it is always going to be Koundé, Araujo, Christensen, and Cancelo. Koundé, right back position, Araujo as a center back. There is no reason for Xavi Hernandez to change this back line at all. Like, if we want to bring in great success and great results, you start a backline like this. I have been screaming about this in the past 2 months, and we finally saw this, and we were able to really showcase what Barcelona is all about. He was also in part of the attacking play that led towards Barcelona scoring the first goal against Atletico Madrid. Peña had the ball, it went to Pedri, then Pedri passed it to Koundé, Koundé passes it to Rafinha, and then Rafinha passes it to Joao Felix, and then it ended up being a goal. So when Koundé is playing in those positions, he is a GOAT, a GOAT. So I'm proud of this backline and what they did, because they did not concede a single goal. It really did remind me of what we saw last season, and that made me so happy. So now let's move on towards the midfield line, and this is where things get like very interesting, right? Because we all thought that Pedri, Gundogan, and Frankie de Jong together in the middle of the pitch was not enough physically. I think that technically, yes, they are enough. They have all the technical power in the world, but we thought that physically they did not have it. Like, we needed someone like Xavi to bring in those 1v1 physical battles. But in this game, my friends, I don't know what it was. I feel like Xavi Hernandez really tried to tell these midfielders to bring in more physicality, but they played with a much different spirit. And I felt like they looked much more confident in what they did when they tried to go for those recoveries or 1v1 duels, because they knew that they had a very reliable back line that was also able to recover the ball too, which is why we saw Pedri, Frankie, and Gundogan being much more optimistic about what they were doing. They looked much more alive on the pitch. As a matter of fact, I would even say this. I think that one of the top performers of this game, the majority of the players do come from the middle of the pitch. Pedri was amazing. Frankie was amazing. Gundogan was top tier. A midfield of of Gundogan, Pedri, and Frankie did not allow Atletico Madrid to breathe at all. We recovered the ball in such high areas. I'm like, this is it. This is exactly what we need. Why did it take us so long to do this? And so because they were performing well, Barcelona stepped up a whole other level. And so this is what Gundogan did against Atletico Madrid. He had 113 touches, which was the most, right? He was the most involved in this game. He had 2 big chances created, 3 key passes, 5 out of 6 accurate long balls, 88 out of 100 accurate pass completion rate, 4 out of 6 duels won, 2 interceptions, and SofaScore rated him at 8.1, one of the best players in this game tonight. And so now let's move on towards the front 3, which was Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Joao Felix. The best player in that front 3 was literally Joao Felix. It had to be Joao Felix and only Joao Felix, and by a mile, as a matter of fact. He was able to score the goal against Atletico Madrid with a beautiful chip shot over the goalkeeper, and it was just an easy finish for Joao Felix. It was a goal that would really impress Lionel Messi. I think that Rafinha also found a few chances in the first 12 minutes of the game. I think Barcelona had 3 to 4 big chances, and a lot of them were coming through Rafinha and Lewandowski, but unfortunately, yet again, Lewandowski and Rafinha failed us again. Not in a bad way. Like, I don't want to put too much shame on Rafinha, to be more specific, because I know that he tries his best. He did hit the post one time, and I just know that eventually Rafinha will get his goals, and it's just, I know where his level is at. I know I continue to say that, but I know where his level is at. I know his best level, and I know that he can give so much more, and you can just tell that Rafinha really does want it, and I can see the passion that he does hold on the pitch. It's just a matter of getting the good luck to score the goals. But as for Lewandowski is just a whole other different conversation. Yet again, Lewandowski misses about 2 or 3 big chances that could have led to Barcelona maybe winning 3-0 or maybe even 4-0. He missed 2 or 3 chances that should have been easy goals, like very easy goals. And the thing that separates Rafinha from Lewandowski, the reason why I defend Rafinha more than Lewandowski is because Rafinha actually looks like he tries. Lewandowski does not look like he tries. He looks so like without passion. He does not look like he's eager to win any matches. Every time he receives the ball, he moves so slow and he looks very disinterested. And on the 85th minute, Lewandowski was on a 1v1 against the goalkeeper, but he missed the shots. I know that Rafinha also did that in the first, like, I think 6 or 7 minutes. Like, he did miss like a clear chance. But with Lewandowski, it's just, it gives me more of a bitter taste in my mouth, because we all know what Lewandowski is capable of, and we signed him for these very reasons. And I felt like, right, the reason why Atletico Madrid found their confidence in the last 10 to 15 minutes of this game, it was because Barcelona missed so many chances, and they're like, okay, look, Barcelona are clearly missing their chances due to Lewandowski, Rafinha, and other players. Let's take advantage of this moment because we could have been in a much worse position. That is what Atletico Madrid were thinking, which is why we saw Memphis Depay almost scoring against Barcelona, Antoine Griezmann, and many other players. You can even see by the attacking momentum. I'm not lying. Atletico Madrid were almost so close to scoring. They had the majority of the possession. I'm like, why can't Barcelona just retain the possession and kill off the game? But then again, it goes back to what Barcelona as a collective were doing. They retained the ball very well in the first 75 minutes. They also defended very well, but because we couldn't capitalize off of our opportunities, it gives the confidence to the opposition. It always happens. We see this movie all the time, but thanks to our backline, we were able to keep it on a 1-0 clean sheet. So in the end, I am very happy about this game. Barcelona got the 3 points, and now we move on. There is definitely a lot to learn about this game. Like, for example, the backline that we saw tonight is the backline that we should move forward with, and I think that with Frankie, Gundogan, and Pedri starting right in front of that backline, Barcelona can go so far. We'll see a season very similar to the season from the last one. Now it's just a matter of, can Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal be in the same attacking momentum like Joao Felix, who has been saving us as of late. So our next match is going to be on the next following Sunday against Girona, and you guys already know about that game. Girona has been amazing this season, almost being unbeatable in La Liga, and I expect a very tough fight, and I can't wait for that game because I think that Barcelona will be in the correct focus by that time. So that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.